everyone, and welcome to The Listers. Today we're listing members of the 27 Club. The 27 Club refers to the many rock stars who died at 27 years old. The following is a list of 10 musicians who are in the 27 Club. Number 1. Brian Jones. Brian Jones was an important member in the original lineup of the Rolling Stones. He was the one who formed and named the group, picked the members, and chose the songs until drugs took over his life. Eventually, the rest of the members tossed him out, and 1 month later, he drowned in his own swimming pool. He's also considered one of the top 100 rock songwriters of all time. Number 2. Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix is considered by many to be the best rock guitarist who ever lived. Although he was raised in the US, he rose to fame in Europe and not in the States. However, when Paul McCartney convinced the Monterey Pop Festival to include him in their lineup, Jimi Hendrix became a legend to rock lovers everywhere, not only through his amazing guitar skills, but also by sacrificing his guitar at the end of the concert. On September 18, 1970, Jimi overdosed on prescription drugs and drowned in his own vomit. He, too, was 27 years old. Number 3. Janis Joplin. Janis Joplin was considered one of the top 100 musical artists of all time, one of the 20 best rock vocalists, one of the top 40 best singers of all time, and the 15th best female vocalist of all time. Janis was first recognized in the same venue as Jimi Hendrix, the Monterey Pop Festival. Having sold 15.5 million albums in the USA alone, she overdosed on alcohol and heroin. Janis, as all the others in this video, died when she was 27 years old. Number 4. Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison is considered the 5th best rock vocalist of all time. Becoming an alcoholic during his career, his stage presence was oftentimes marred by drunkenness. His death remains a spectacle of confusion, with some saying that he died by accidentally snorting heroin instead of cocaine, or just dying of heroin overdose in his bathtub. Either way, he died in 1971. Because no autopsy was performed on his body, and because he wanted so much to return to his life before fame, many to this day believe he's still alive. Number 5. Kurt Cobain. As the frontman of Nirvana, the band became the flagship of Generation X, and Cobain was considered the spokesman of the generation. But Kurt struggled with personal issues that were broadcast to the public and heroin addiction. Even though Kurt eventually sold over 75 million albums worldwide, he ended his life with a shotgun, leaving a note that the fun was gone. Kurt Cobain is one of the top 10 frontmen in rock history. Number 6. Amy Winehouse. For much of her singing career, Amy struggled with bulimia, drugs, and alcohol. In 2011, Amy was found dead in her London home due to an alcohol overdose. At the time of her death, Winehouse's BAC, or blood alcohol content, was 0.416, more than 5 times the legal drinking drive limit. Amy is considered to be in the top 30 singers of all time, and when she was 24, she mentioned that she was afraid of dying at age 27. Number 7. Robert Johnson. Some people may not know who Robert Johnson is, but he lived and died in the first part of the 20th century, playing guitar and singing the blues. He had very little success during his lifetime playing on street corners, dances, and juke joints. Nevertheless, Eric Clapton considered Robert Johnson the most important blues player ever. Oh, and for those of you who have heard the story of the musician selling his soul to the devil for fame, well, the story originated with Robert Johnson, who sat at a crossroad and sold his soul. Unfortunately for him, selling your soul means the devil claims his own when you reach 27. Number 8. Alan Wilson. Alan Wilson was the singer and frontman, co-founder, leader, and primary composer for a blues band called Canned Heat, which was very popular in the 1960s. He's considered one of the top 100 greatest musicians of all time who died before the age of 40. He died of an apparent drug overdose in Topanga Canyon, California on September 3, 1970. Wilson slept outdoors to be closer to nature because he was a passionate conservationist who loved reading books on botany and ecology. Number 9. Kristen Pfaff. In 1994, a friend of Kristen found the bass player for Hole and janitor Joe in her apartment from a heroin overdose. Number 10. Peter Ham. Peter Ham was a singer, songwriter, and guitarist whose biggest fame was achieved with rock band Badfinger, a band that worked with Paul McCartney of the Beatles when the Beatles were still performing. Peter is considered one of the top 25 rock stars who died before the age of 30. Well, that's our list for today. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel to know when we upload more lists in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on The Listers. Bye!